How many acres of land are we having here?
This is a proposed 3-acre aquaculture farm, integrated aquaculture farm.
I could see that you've got about 8 ponds here. Am I right?
We have 7 ponds. What you have there is a drainage chamber.
Drainage chamber.
That's a drainage chamber, and this is the drainage line. But we still have facility to sink in one other pond here.
Down there.
Yes.
Okay. The ponds are sitting on how many acres?
1 acre.
1 acre. Then what are you going to use the other 2 acres for?
We are using it for integrated farming. That's precision farming, using greenhouse technology for cucumber cultivation, green chili pepper, green pepper, habanero. We also intend to introduce lettuce. And with the nature of this soil can be good for potato pine.
Okay. Are you the owner of this project, or you are?
I'm an aquaculture consultant.
Okay.
To my principal. I would like to keep their profile
Identity for now. Yes. Okay. So you will be managing this for the man?
Yes, I have an all-inclusive consultancy, which includes construction, setup, administrative arrangement, as employment of staff, and management.
If someone wants to develop this kind of farm in this area, don't you think it will be too much for you to manage if he wants to manage?
There is a dream for this project. The dream for this project, or the choice of this area, is to establish an aquaculture city that will produce up to 500,000 tons of fish per annum. That's 500 metric tons of fish per annum. To be precise, by 2030, the requirement for fish, the global requirement for fish, will triple. This information you can check on FAO website, on WHO website. Sorry, on FAO. Yes, and FAO website. IFD website. You understand? You can. Those are statistical information. You can get the information on worldfish.org. Because the requirement for fish is increasing by the day, and the amount of fish obtained from captured fishing, that's the artisanal fish by fishermen. It's not enough to feed the teeming population.
Okay, let's talk about the cost implication of setting up this kind of 7 ponds 8 ponds on an acre of land, the cost implication and the gain. How long will somebody recoup his money if he invests in this kind of thing?
The capacity of this farm is 100 ton per annum. The capacity of this farm is 100 ton fish production capacity.
Okay.
But which will be run in a sequential order because of the cost of production. There is one key factor in production of fish, or in captured in this kind of enclosure fishing. 1, you have to look at the amount of finance you have. 2, the land you are using. 3, nearness to market. 4, nearness to labor. And this is a community where you have teeming youths that are available to be employed if given that opportunity. This kind of projects, up to stocking, can take you up to 15 million naira, depending on the
You
location.
mean the investment, 15
Yes,
million?
the cost of investment. That's exactly a replica of this, 15 million naira up till stocking.
Does that include the greenhouse something?
No,
doesn't.
I'm only talking about the pond.
The pond.
So the greenhouse aspect now is an integrated part of the farm. but the first aspect is this
Okay.
we're talking about. But a standard greenhouse, a 240 square meter greenhouse, will cost about 1.7 million naira with irrigation control, temperature control, without seedlings.
So are you telling me if someone invests 50 million here within a year and a half, he can recoup his money?
The cost of producing 1 kg of fish is 380 naira.
Okay.
And the business plan or the business structure for this farm is to be able to sell at turnover level, because this is an aquaculture hub. We intend to create a hub where wholesalers can drive into this community and buy fish from us, just like they do in Ibadan. They also do the same in Imasai here, as I was reliably informed. So we intend to sell at 500 naira, thereby making 120 naira on
On
1 kilo of fish.
fish.
If you produce 10,000 fish, that's 10 ton, that's the cost of production is going to be 3.8 million naira. That's for 10 ton of fish. That cost of production includes cost of labor, cost of the fish, cost of feeding, cost of security, and administration. So you are expected to make 120 naira on 1 kilo of
Oh.
fish. So from that analysis, the production sequence for a farm like this, let's assume you want to stock at optimal capacity, that's 60 ton. That's 60 ton at a go. But the system we want to run here is such that you have all year round supply. So that's the reason why we want to do sequential stocking. We want to stock 15,000 every three weeks from inception. We stock 15,000 in the next
So that there
2
won't be
weeks.
break in supply.
So
in
there won't be
sales.
break in supply. So the production margin will just be 2 weeks.
Okay.
And within that 2 weeks, because of the rate of their growth, you can still meet up the sales moment or the sales period. And our plan in this design is such that we are going to we will not wait for customers, like I said. It's going to be a kind of branded sales, whereby we will have an integrated processing unit in this place where
Okay.
we can
Until
smoke.
until you have that, is there any ready market for this?
Yes, there every day. For you I mean, before we started this business, we have done our feasibility study. And what are the market layout within this environment? You have This is a strategically located area. You have Lagos Ifo-Ota road this way. You have Abeokuta road, the
Ibadan,
Ibadan axis this way.
Oyo.
So our customers will come from Lagos, will come from Ibadan, will come from Ota axis, and we will get customers as far as customers coming from the north. For instance, Abuja Kado Fish Market sells a kilo of fish for 750 naira per kilo to restaurant and live haulers, while it is sold to households for 900 naira per kilo. So for instance, I have a business layout that I've been developing for the past 10 years, since 2010. You can check it for your reference, Catfish Farmers Forum on Facebook, all in capital letter. You will see my members span across Asia, Nigeria. We have over close to 20,000 members, and you see what everybody is discussing daily. You see requests. People will send message. I have a 10 ton of fish in Ibadan. I have a juvenile in Ijebu-Ode. I have this in Shagamu. So the market is readily available. All we are trying to do is to create a niche, an aquaculture hub, a fish farm hub in this environment, such that this environment can house up to 10 investors, even 20 investors on a multi scale like this, because everybody has a ready market. Because when I sell my own this week, I might not be selling next week, because you don't open your water every day. It's not a system whereby you empty your water every day. If I open this water on Tuesday, I'm not going to open it until the next 1 week, because the moment you bring down your water, the fish will not eat for like 2-3 days. So which means you have to have another pond that you can fish from.
Are you trying to tell me there won't be unhealthy competition?
No, like I told you,
The market is
the
there.
global fish
Demand.
requirement cannot be met.
Okay.
The amount of dollars in investment from Nigeria to Asia I will spend in buying fish, do you know how much that is? I mean, before, the global requirement for catfish is 2.3 million metric tons per annum, and out of which only about 600 to 700 million metric tons are gotten from local, you understand, from offshore fishing, while the rest is artisanal and enclosure fishing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.